before you dive headfirst into this video, make sure that you've already watched through prior video of ours on how the eviction process works. It'll make this one a lot easier to understand and help you follow the eviction process correctly. All right, so after a court rules in favor of the eviction, the process, it's not over yet. There's now another step in the eviction process for removing a tenant and their belongings from the property itself. Taking matters into your own hands at this point can result in legal complications and counter judgments against the landlord. So more likely than not, this may even cause the tenant to be in the property much longer than would have otherwise been required. So going back, after an eviction judgment has been granted, the tenant now has a specified period of time to voluntarily remove themselves from the premises. Okay, so if by the end of that period they don't vacate the property, then you can forcibly remove them through another state-mandated process, which is assisted by your local sheriff's office. That happens through what's called a writ of possession. Okay, so a writ of possession is a court order which gives a county sheriff permission to evict the tenant using just low-level force, right? So it's not like a huge hoopla, crazy standoff type thing, but they are coming down, and that writ of possession will be given to the tenant at least 24 hours before the actual eviction is performed, typically. After the tenant has been evicted, proceeded with the eviction process, the sheriff will also supervise a lock change after they've been forcibly removed from the premises by a professional locksmith. Okay, so they're going to handle both of those aspects. So far as I know, that's in every single state. We've been asked before, is the writ of possession the same as an eviction? The answer is no. Like a writ of possession, it's merely one of the steps in the eviction process. An eviction, it's not complete until the tenant and all of their belongings have been removed from the property, right? So this would be at the end of the eviction if and only when the tenant does not leave the premises after the judgment is made. Okay, so how long does it take to get a writ of possession? Well, a property owner can file for a writ of possession after a tenant's period to appeal the judgment expires, which is typically 10 days or so, depending on your state laws, as with everything else, right? So if the tenant has not vacated the property by that time, a writ of possession can be filed then at that point. Once it's issued, you'll have about 7 days before enforcing that writ of possession with the sheriff by removing the tenant from the premises.